Allreet, and welcome to Paul Pooh's Talking Pooh. It's back again to basically this is the real deal, Dickens and the real deal. And I've brought all sorts of bits and pieces to show you and to talk about until anybody pops along and decides to have a big crack. So if anybody about for a big crack. I was hoping to start at 8 o'clock, but unfortunately it's a little bit late. That's because me being the techno-tard, I don't know if that's the politically correct term to use for people who are unable to be very good at technical stuff. I didn't know how to do one of these. I've done two, and I still didn't know what I was doing. But luckily, the lovely Debbie McGee came and she sort of helped me and kissed me and cuddled me and said, "Polly, it's all right. I'll sort it for you." And then after I annoyed her from still not knowing what I was doing, we are here live. So welcome anybody if you're coming along, if you'd like to come and see. If you'll notice, I do have some scissors here. This won't be the live trimming event that was advertised on Twitter. That's right, the live trim. I appear to have a sticky substance on my umbrella. I believe it's off a lolly. Don't ask me why. It's incredibly sticky. It's a bit like blue tack, only black tack. Finishing off a slice of pumpkin. What's it? Pumpkin cake. Pumpkin cake. Tastes a bit like banana bread, only without banana and with pumpkin. It's quite moist. Lovely. Got sticky fingers now. That works. Do I lick them? Or can I have a moist towelette, my love? Hello, somebody who's tuned in. You alright? Apparently, there's a thing down here. You can click there. You can click to join the conversation. I have no idea where that conversation will pop up. If it's supposed to be on my YouTube channel or what, I have no idea. But all the same, if you shout loud enough, "You're bloody bad," I might hear. I'll open the window. Anyway, the buggered off now, so it doesn't matter. It's all right. They've gone to get the shopping in. Yes, so I've got really sticky fingers. I'll rub them. Therefore, the stickiness shall be dissipated around my body. So yes, I have got some appendages. Yeah, an appendage? Nope, what are these? Implement. Yeah. Yes, I have an implement. I also have here a gift package of drugs. I tell you what, you cannot beat getting the packet of drugs in the post. This is from my good friend, Mr. Solo, Jeff Solo. Yet another lovely package there. He's guilting me every time he does this. But I do have a box for Mr. Solo in receipt, return for him. So once I get a couple of people watching, I'll pop this open and you can have a look what's inside. I'll give you a hint. It's not edible. I also have a few pickups that I've picked up today. Tesco's. Excuse me. Get a couple of bits. It was just to waste time. It wasn't actually shop. It was just we had a half an hour window, and it was a case of do I go home? And basically go home and like take one shoe off, so as to not get too comfortable at home, and then have to put that one shoe back on to go back out again. Or do I go to Tesco's and basically just you know, have a walk around and look at other people who are also walking around and have nothing better to do with their day. Kind of thing. So yes, it was quite entertaining. The floors appear to be somewhat slippy, didn't they? Yeah, you noticed that the floors would get slippy in there. Maybe it was just me. I forgot to wear my mountain goat boots. They're always handy for whilst shopping on slippery surfaces. The old mountain goat boot, you cannot beat it. Not very good on escalators though. You have to get one of the magnetic things around your ankle just to steady yourself. Otherwise, anyway. Noticed escalators. And we get looks out. The wife, she's over there doing her sewing as usual, like she does in an evening. And normally, I'm not normally sat on the other side of the sofa talking boo. Well, I normally am, but not to a computer. I'm normally talking it to her. Whilst she's going, shh, man, we're watching flipping Gogglebox, which is pretty. Eh? It's not much different now. The only difference is it's pretty weird when you're watching Gogglebox. Obviously, you're watching other people watching telly and then commenting. But then you end up watching Gogglebox, watching other people watching telly. But then you're commenting on the people who are commenting. And it's a bit like Inception, but really, 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 really not as interesting. And without, obviously, Leonardo DiCaprio. Obviously. Unless, you never know. I mean, have they made a Leonardo DiCaprio figure? That's a bloody good question. Does anybody know if they've ever made a Leonardo DiCaprio action figure from any of these like franchises and movies and bits and pieces he's been in? I don't think I've ever come across one of them on my travels. I shall have to look into that. It's a shame I haven't written that down. That would help, because I'll have to watch it back again and then go, oh, I remember now. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a look at my YouTube channel, see if anybody's decided to put the name in the hat and say, oh, Parliament, any chance of talking about stickle bricks or something, or, you know, something like that ilk type of job? Oh, I've made the screen bigger. Bear with us. I don't do technology very well, so... Oh. Made myself a HD. Yes, it could be worse. Could be 3D. Yeah, get that banana off the camera. Doesn't say it. Just says 2 people watching now. And oh, it says hi. Oh, Smuzzy's watching. All right, Smuzzy. And Brian Starner, what's up, Pa1? And Skywar 41. All right, lads. Hope you is enjoying the show. Right. So, what'll be then? What'll be? Hold on. Oh, it's all gone and canny now. Right, I've got it sussed. Right. That's it. Crack on. Ask us out you want. Don't think about spaghetti. I've had me fill of spaghetti today. Any questions? Bar spaghetti, we're doing all right. The only thing I will mention whilst I'm on the subject of spaghetti that I've not asked, that I've specifically asked you not to ask, I will just say that I do prefer the uncut spaghetti. That I find like just little short bits of spaghetti somewhat unsatisfying. That's spaghetti covered. Move on. We can talk about spaghetti hoops all day though. That's not actually a spaghetti, is it? That's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy as far as I'm concerned. Right, well apparently I've got a couple of viewers and all that, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you some stuff I found in the shops today and picked up. This stuff I got in Poundland. I think Poundland's my preferred pound shop, Pound World, which kind of promises a lot more on paper. it's not quite as good as I would maybe you know would have liked. The pound land kind of tends to get the goods in. So a couple of hot whales here. This one is, I was going to say Freddie Flintoff, but it's it's not Freddie Flintoff at all, is it? It's Fred Flintstone, and he's maybe over there. This is the different version. I've got a different one that's a different colour, so this one's actually more show accurate. Looks like it's a lot more from actually when people pushed cars with their feet. And the other thing is the Batmobile. This one, I believe, God, was this one of the ones that came out early 2000s? The Marvel Mattel, when Mattel got the Batman license. I believe that was that kind of Batmobile from around about that time. Mattel Batmobile. Brian Starner has just asked, what's your favourite toy line after Star Wars? Oh, Christ. I don't know. Brian, man, you know me, man, it changes all the time. I'm so like just whatever's hot right now kind of guy. I don't know, probably Turtles is up there. Turtles is definitely up there. Thundercats massively up there. I'm gonna go with Turtles right now, mainly because I want to see the new movie and kind of, I don't know, like He-Man. Oh God, He-Man. How can I forget He-Man? Yes, there's loads. That, I don't like have a fixed top 5 or top 10. I've just got like about 20 to 25 kind of brands that are just constantly in flux. Star Wars currently is still kind of really at the top. Transformers is kind of sneaking up on us, really. I think that's possibly partially down to the Transformers YouTube community page, which I think is possibly the first time in my life I've actually said that correct. so, um, so yes, if you're not part of that group, no idea how you become part of that group. I assume you just have to knock on the right door. Check out the Transformers YouTube community group if you can. It's kind of a good group. Most people on there are pretty cool. You do get the odd grammar Nazi, you know. That's Nazis for you, man. You know, they're all about rock and roll. Should I really be talking about Nazis? She said no. Unfortunately, I can't edit this. Oh well. I can't edit this video, so basically it's no different from any other video I ever produce. So there you go, Brian. Basically, that's the answer there. Turtles, I guess, possibly He-Man. I think kids are into Scooby Doo at the minute, and stuff. So I've kind of been playing Scooby Doo figures. Am I into Scooby Doo figures? I've been playing with them. Apparently, I do a pretty good Scooby Doo, don't I? Called Light of Me. You're right, Ricky. I hope the audio could pick that up correctly. So there you go. Apparently, there is a questions and answer thing that you can join type of job. And I have no idea where that is supposed to be, or if that's where Brian's asked us that question. Because I've seen when people click on stuff, it says like that's what's getting answered now type of thing. But this is just bringing up a flag, which I don't want to kind of basically be reporting people for asking me questions. Yes, I tuned into a Mr. Pooh's YouTube live stream, and I ended up getting barred from YouTube. Bless. So there we are. So yes, keep the questions coming from. If you can see where Brian's asked questions, then go on there. I can read them ones. Everywhere else. So if you are asking questions in the thing below, and you are kind of being part of this, then apologies if I am ignoring you. It's not because I'm necessarily being ignorant to what you're saying. It's because I'm being ignorant as to what I'm actually supposed to be doing. So there you go. That's that covered, I think, 20 times over. It says group chat or something. Group chat. God knows. Oh, stop pressing things, man. Parley, man, stop using your fingers. for this bit and use them up here as if they're like an extra kind of puppet. And you can do finger puppets. They're like puppets, but with less special effects. Look. Right, the other thing I found and picked up that was going really, really cheap, 75% off. It's a good way to start. If you're gonna go in for a bargain, I think the 75% off is kind of where you want to be starting at. And really, 50% depends what it is. 75% cracking. It was these Power Ranger key thingamajiggies. Now they come in a multitude of peripheral, a load of varieties, as you can see on the back here. Look, there's hundreds of them. Come in 3 packs. You also get them with like all of the different accessories and bits that you can get as part of the super mega uber duper force ranger thing. Normally £8 a pop, £2, £2. I'll have a few of them. Thank you very much. Just need the thing you stick them in, and they can talk to you and stuff. About telling you all about how to kick people in the shins and fighting them and turning into monsters and morphin' time and all that. If you're into that sort of thing, I don't know. I love Power Rangers, not necessarily the show, but the toys are pretty damn good. As far as that goes, so that was me pickups. I did get a few more of those, obviously, but kind of just didn't really think that it would be worth showing you every single one that was there type of job. So I'll leave it a couple of minutes, it's maybe 4. Start your clocks now for next page. And I'll start cracking open the bag that I got from Mr. Jeff Solo. Cracking lad, Jeff Solo. Got a lot of time for Mr. Solo. You should check him out if you have not, and subscribe to him if you have not. He does car boots, finds pretty cool things, got a good sense of humour, and basically, if you're looking for something, let him know, and if he finds it, he'll pick it up for your type of job. Not everybody, I mean, obviously, if you tell him, like, oh, I'm after a deep crust chicken get jalapeno pizza for me tea on Thursday. He'll not like go down to Netto and find you one of them. Like, but if you're looking for, let's see, Jeff Goldblum, he might have a bit of a gun at that for you. It's that type of guy. So I'm gonna be look at this. See if that will out. Look it up. Oh man, shut up. I love YouTube. It's my favourite place to live. Has that been 4 minutes yet? I think it must be about 4 minutes, doesn't it? I think so. I've got to really cheat. I don't know what it is. Like, whenever I do these live streams, like, other people, I know Odd Pod, like, burp lots and stuff, and I hate to get a bit of an itchy nose. No, I don't know what it's about, like. You do a live stream, lads and lasses. What do you get? Do you get an itchy ear? Does you get a twitch in the eye? Whatever. Oh, screw up. Right, just a second again. Right. Again, parcel of drugs. Get the drugs out. Oh, been packed quite well, so as to maintain its freshness. Be like the man from Del Monte, we are. Man from Del Monte, he says, no, you can't get through customs. Tell you what I was watching on YouTube. Loads. I mean, like an hour's worth. 1980s TV adverts. Tell you what, talk about reliving your youth. Oh, it's chips, it's chips. I hope it's chips. Oh god, right, here we go. Trying to avoid showing people's addresses and stuff online. Just not sending the troll. Right, here we go. So we have some mushy monsters. This one is a peanut. This one is a Winter Wonderland Dipsy. It's home free. My coffee like on cold. I'll have one of them. What do you call the cold coffees? Is it a frappuccino? I'll have a frappuccino. It's Olga. Liberty. Here enters the mushy monsters. So yeah. If you like to see what mushy monsters are and what they're called, what do you want to eat? There you go. What do I want to eat? I'm okay on you. This love a pig. I love a fillet of fish for my wife. I love a Big Mac. No, make it 2 Big Macs. No, I'll have 6. Jeepers. Gold jeepers. Love a bit of gold mushies. Wallop. I don't know what he's called, but he's one of the Foo Fighter people. Obviously, the guitar player. As opposed to and there's the drummer as well. Down. What's that Monkey Bench song called again? Oops, that nearly pressed the power button there. That would have been glass. Right, that's Ecto. Ginger, is it Ginger Snap? Oh, Shelby, I think that one's Shelby. Wurtle. Oh, flipping heck, what's he called again? Oh, look at that! Oh, look, it's see through Blingo. And there's Davy Gravy. Speaking of Foo Fighters, so we've nearly got the full accompaniment of the band then. Oh, he's called something like something to do with cider or something. I know he's an apple guy, but schnapps or something. I can't think of his name is. It's gone. It's gone. There's Gabby. Kissy. And Eddie Meowfund. My mushy knowledge is pretty decent, like it's kind of catching. He says as he gets to some scritch. Fang. I think it's Fang Sweet. Wow, no. Cherry bomb in, get sparkly, get ooby gooby, ultra rare type of job. Dolores. Honey the bunny. This is bound to get me viewers up. They're like, hey, thanks for coming along. See you later. Pepe the penguin. Pepe the penguin. Pepe the Pew. Pepe the Pew. Mon cher. How many is it got there? Millions of mushies. Ooh, look at that. Coloured Roxy. Lovely. Nice. Another dustbin beaver. Can I go enough for this guy? If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go. It's Kelly. Oh, which one's this one? Is this Priscilla? I think that's Priscilla. A few horsey ones. And then a regular cherry bomb. And, oh, look, is this Winter Wonderland or just regular? Oh, this is Roxy. Roxy. It must have been love, but it's over now. Hansel. He's so hot right now. Forget what that one's called. Herman or something? Just sure it's Blue Coo. See all these kids who know Pokemon, you've got note on me, man. It's Professor Perplix. Gold Boomer. Another Davy Gravy. Ooh, an orange dustbin beaver. Nice. Rocker. I see you shiver with anticipation. Oh, look at this one. This is a special Christmas edition of Mr. Snooker. There's some pretty sexy ones in there, like one left in the bottom. It's Stanley. Hello, Stanley. Hello. Not like a whistle in the movie, innit? But wait, there's more. More? More. On to the Glump section. This is the main event of the Moshling calendar. So here we have our Glump. Great. Glumpy-tastic, oh, made in sparkles. We have coloured fish lips, blackjack, bloopy, the bloopy, a gold rocker. Oh yes, that's a ooba dooba needy. Can't wait to see the brand's face tomorrow when I pull out. I get stasher, get moshies and glumps. It'll be out with a start. Here we have Podge. Oh, nice. See-through, get ooby dooby mustachio. Quite like that. I'd like to get a full set of the creamy ones and a full set of the gold ones. That would be absolutely sextacular to get them. And Roseanne, and fish lips, regular fish lips, regular freak face, regular mustachio, regular purple, regular Fabio, boom, and a coloured Loopy. Flip neck, you're great. Used to see them blue. Oh, look, they're all going to run away. I'm going to lose them down the back of the set. Yeah. Oh, crumbs. Get them back in the bag as soon as possible so I don't have any squid. Yes, there's probably a donut or something, or some of the edible, perishable things. In fact, one day I'm pretty sure I'll sit here and just the sofa will just go, and eat us. Polly tastes good. Podge, did I see Ned? Ned there. Rocco. Freak face, just tossed him down. Freak face. Bloopy, a mustachio, and what's this one called again? Not Katsuma, it's the other one. It's a cat and it's a ninja. Its name completely escaped me. Shukin. So there you go. Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Solo. Once again, you have sparked me a button. Absolutely amazing Moshi Army there. Thank you very much. And I shall be updating my Twitter with pictures of the updated Glump Army. I want 1 million Glumps. Just put these away. Bear with me whilst I wrangle me Moshi monsters back in the bag. There we go. So, well, thanks to everybody who's asked us questions so far. Obviously, anybody else does want to ask me anything, do feel free. I'm sure you'll probably be shouting at the screen, "We've already asked us, man!" But you didn't know what you're saying. But such is life, I'm afraid. That is just part of where it goes. Aye. So, I did intend to sort of, whilst I was doing this, I thought, well, I want something to kind of be doing with my hands. So I thought this would be the ideal opportunity during these videos to learn how to juggle. So you can watch me start from actually not being able to catch a ball right the way through to being able to kind of juggle with like 6 or 7 maybe. We'll see a 9. Why kind of, why limit yourself? 9 balls all at once. But unfortunately, I haven't got 9 balls or 2 balls or 1 ball. So basically, in preparation for my learning to juggle, I'll just think about it for a bit. and then you drop one then. I don't know. Don't just sit there and shake your head as if like, you know, kind of. The lovely Debbie. Sure, people will be requesting for you to come on to these streams at some point and put in your input of what it's like to be married to a collector, you know, somebody who collects children's toys and gets great pleasure out of it. Like most of the people who will possibly be watching this, you know, kind of what I would class as normal people, really. To me, that's a normal thing to do. People who don't do that, I'm fairly wary of, because technically that makes no sense to me why you wouldn't do it. But it's just how I see it. We're going to come on for an hour. Just do an hour. Just an hour. Just pop on for a bit. Yeah, see how it goes. And if it was going okay and there was plenty of crack going on, then I would have stayed on for maybe a little bit longer. I should just check my phone. If anybody's messages or anything. Oh, bad news there. Personal things. It's not for me, obviously, for somebody else. You should never read Facebook whilst doing a live stream. Pussy the past died. All them years he's worked for the BBC, so Pussy died. He didn't even see it coming. Well, he saw it a bit because he's still got one eye. Well, he did. How did Pudsey Bear lose his eye? I've always, you know, as a kid, you know, like you kind of think, oh, you know, poor Pudsey, you know, as a kid you think, oh, you know, teddy bears and that, and then you say one that's kind of mutilated, and you kind of go, like, I don't want the mutilated one. That's not cute. That's not cuddly and stuff. But yet, Pudsey Bear, you kind of like, oh, it's Pudsey Bear, you know, and like, you know, he's kind of got a bunny looking eye patch. It's all coloured and stuff and spots on it and that. But I've always kind of wondered how he lost his eye. You know, like what happened? Like, I've never revealed the backstory of how Pudsey Bear lost his eye. I mean, was he a pirate? Could have been a pirate, you know what I mean? For all we know. Has anybody ever heard Pudsey Bear talk? Is he like Sooty, where he just whispers into Terry Wogan's ear? Yar, Terry, I've been going round the high seas collecting for them bloody kids. Now, children in need, it's a good charity, except when they knock on my door at about 9:30 at night when I've had about 2 hours trying to put the bairns to bed, in which case, basically, I don't care where you are, you're getting a smack in the face, basically. A metaphorical one rather than an actual physical one, clearly. It's not bottom after all. Charity starts at 2. Yes, if anybody does know the backstory of Pudsey Bear, then please do let me know. I would be rather interested. I mean, I could always Google it, but where's the fun in that? You know, you don't have Google and Spark yourself, do you? I think are you checking it out there? That's what you're doing. You're checking Pudsey there.
No.
I don't know. You're playing with your phone. I just assumed.
No,
it's not somebody you know. It's you know, even though we've got like 69 million people who are the same type of job. Do you ever find that, like, you know, there's certain people who you know on Facebook, like, you know, some of them you have like one person in common, and what's really weird is when you find somebody who's got one person in common, and you're thinking, how the hell did they know that person? It's like, how are they connected? But then like other people, you've got like, you know, 20 of the same people, or you know, you can kind of tell which groups they kind of live in through that. So can the people obviously gather that information and use it to ring you up about not claiming your PPI. I once nearly got this sold PBI by a woman who, what's the word I'm looking for? Where like they're quite bald, but like. I don't know. I'll Google that later as well. The word Paul's looking for is. Well, I must have a drink because my throat is very raw. Mainly because I've been talking to myself. Normally, when I talk to myself, the other bit that I'm talking to talks back. Giant guy says, "Ha!" Oh, hey. How can I read that wrong? It's 3 letters, you know. Hey, giant guy, how's it going? Why do they call you giant guy? Is it because you're massive? I bet it is. I bet it is. I've got into nose again. I'm just going to have some. It's like them duo, only it's not. It's called something like Impetition or something. I don't know. So, excuse me, whilst I get a bit of. Oh, me coffee, man. Oh, me coffee's gone cold. It's not even cold where it's like that kind of refreshing coldness either. It's like a bit like. Do you know how when you go into the swimming baths and it feels a little bit warm when you get into it, but it's actually really freezing cold? This is swimming baths heat. Let me be in then.
Everybody saw.
Yeah. I have a hair lift on the bottom. I don't know what that's called. It's but basically what it means is no matter what I do, I dribble in the middle. Most people dribble from the side, but my guttering obviously is a bit 7 foot. No wonder he's called Giant Guy if he's 7 foot tall. Flippin' heck. Tell you what, that must make. Can you see me wet patch? Look at this. Start wearing a good thing around my neck. A noose. Eh? 7 foot tall. That must be very handy for dusting. Do you have a really long bed, or do you just sleep on it diagonally? I sleep on an L-shaped settee. I wake up looking like the number 7, or a really polite number 1. Why did it do that with number 1? Like it has like a little bit at the bottom and then a little like R bit and then a little bit at the top. Is that like a capital 1? Or is that just 1? Different ways of writing. This is a conversation. This is not a conversation for YouTube, my love. This is the type of interesting conversations that my wife gets to try and avoid on a sort of nightly basis. Obviously, Giant Guy. If you've got a Giant Guy 1321, if you've got any questions, Mara, just hide them where that came because I can read them. Anybody else who's asking questions or wants questions, stick them where he's sticking them, wherever that may. In fact, Giant Guy, seeing as you're the last person who spoke to us, tell us where you're putting that, and then I can like convey that information back through to interweb to possible future candidates of question answering stuff. Hope there's not a time delay. Went to the beach today, which I know most people are probably thinking you went to the beach at the end of October. Why did you do that? I didn't want to. My feet stick out and I cover them with a blanket. Improvisation is the key. It's pretty good. Like, you put the blanket right round, or do you let a draft come up your heels? What? Just obviously, I'm now envisioning giant guy lying in bed with an extra blanket on his feet. Technically, that's kind of like the his feet's version of a pillow, isn't it? Because the pillows there, they kind of cushion the head, and obviously the foot blankets there, they kind of foot blanket sponsored by Giants. I overthink everything. Any pickups lately? Yes. I maybe shouldn't have showed them first thing in the video then. I'll quickly show them now to the giant guy because obviously he's asked us, so saying as he's asking, I'll show him. Found these in Tesco's for £2. They're normally £8, 75% off type of job. So it's got my name written all over it. As my name is Mr. Mighty Power Ranger Mega Force. £2. There was added a lot of them, so I just grabbed a boatload. And the other things I picked up was Fred Flintstone's car from in the pound shop, along with the Batmobile as well. So £1 for them. So there you go. After two caught up there, Mr. Giant Man. Pretty cool. Them nice, good, cheap bargains. Just how I like them. Dirt cheap. Like we do. Cat. Oh, I'll tell you what it is. Yes, I went to the beach today. The bands decided they wanted to go on the beach. And you know, it was actually pretty sunny. I was actually quite alarmed by the amount of dogs that were pooing on the beach. But that's a story for another day. Yes, I have sand in my ear. Just I like to store a little bit in case I need a bit of extra friction throughout. I'll get me sand stash out. There again. It says, do you wrap the blanket around your feet, or do you let the draft come? I suppose that would make quite an interesting ventilation system. I had a fad for a while where I had an extra pillow that I used to kind of. I'm not gonna. It's getting far too personal here, Mr. P. Let's not go. let's not go down the extra pillow route. Keep it for kids, man. Yes, scissors. Scissors that I used to open Mr. Solo's bucket. Oh, look, I work in TK Maxx stockroom, stock processing. Right. So I recognize a few of the items from your haul vids. Oh, there you go. Yes, I was in TK Maxx the other week, and they had Imaginex, the kind of castle-y sort of knights stuff, and they had the sets that are about normally, I think about £8, where you get like a figure and then like an animal, like not a beast or just a normal animal, kind of like similar size to the figure. And like I said, they're normally around about the £8 mark in Boots and other places that sell Imaginex. And this one was labelled up, our price, TK Maxx, $24.99. I was just like, what? Now, in the past, I've had incidents where I've been in TK Maxx and stuff's been labelled up there. And I've gone and seen a member of staff. Obviously, not the quality type of people who work in the back. You know, the backstage guys, they're the real deal. That's, you know, that's where they're. But one of the numpties who work out the front, you know, like who's supposed to help with the customers. And I was like, well, why is this Transformers Legend figure, which normally at the time I think Legends were about £3 or something like that. Why is it labelled up at $19.99? And you've got a Voyager over there that you've got labelled up, priced up for something like $9.99. And they just said, oh no, that's how they come in, and that's the price of it. Just like, what? You're seriously telling me you're going to sell a Legend? And the best part was, I think it was something like it had on like recommended retail price $24.99, our price $19.99. I was just like, surely Trading Standards are gonna have a word with us about this, man. You can't be selling stuff like this. That like, which shop ever sold them for that? So TK Maxx, great shop. Okay, I kind of find TK Maxx is the kind of like, gives you an idea of what's possibly going to start showing up in Humboldt. So yes, thanks, Giant Guy. Good luck with TK Maxx. Right, Razatron says, hello, Mr. Pooh. All right, Razatron, Mara. And then he says, numpties never work out up front. That's what I think as well. I used to be a numpty, but I got demoted to being a pleb. So, and I'm quite happy with that. I don't mind. I know my role. Kind of so I'm kind of accepting it. I've had a little bit of therapy. I'm getting. Yes. Welcome, Razatron. Anything you want to ask? Ask away, Giant Man. If you're else to say, Brian, if you're still kicking about, Marat. You know where the question, the thingamajiggy is. Smuzzy, oh, Smuzzy Man, get your finger out, pet. Let's have a big crack. And Sky 141, hello. Tell you what, happy days, man. Just haven't been to the beach today. I can safely tell you that the North Sea is freezing. I didn't actually go into the North Sea, but my children did. And when they came out, they were a very bonny colour of purple. No matter what you tell them, you'll say, don't go in there, it's cold. And they'll go, yeah, no. And they'll still go in. And then they'll come to you shivering, going, I'm cold. And then you've got to sacrifice your jumper and, you know, your socks and things to kind of dry them off and make them comfortable and warm. And then you sat there with one of them on your shoulder with their freezing cold hands and feet sticking down your neck. And you've got sand getting in all sorts of your cracks and crevices. And you're thinking, God, I love going to the beach. Just joined. How has the talkie waffle been so far? Well, I don't know. I mean, I've enjoyed myself. Well, that's is like pretty much looking at us as if I'm from flipping Uranus or something. And you'll have to ask the other people who's watching, are they enjoying the poo? Is the level of poo being satisfactoriness of consistency? Yes, how is the consistency of this poo been? Personally, I like a sort of smooth. I keep getting like, it's hard to do this when you've got somebody just in your eye shot over here. And I'll tell you, I didn't realize our last new sign language. I'm not sure if it's sign language or Macaton, but yes, literally magic hands. Magic hands? I don't know the song for that one. Is it the that Magic Hands song? Do you know what you did? Didn't I was? It's like Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer. Let's do the kid pub sing around. Kids TV shows today, pub sing around. Woo! Poo consistency, solid poo. Yep. Yes. It's total non-stop poo. Is that solid poo is in smooth? Yes. Like, like I like my music smooth. Yes. Yes. Smooth and heavy. And metal. I suppose I should probably I'll just reveal me dribble stain there for you all at home. For your viewing pleasure, I would have thought I would have dried by now, right? But probably shouldn't have shaved my chest. That's probably not helped the absorbency of my apparel issues. Yes, I don't know if I've probably told you before how I ended up with the YouTube username, which apparently now it's just Paul Poo, which Google Plus, man. Ugh. My YouTube channel was Paulie Poo Poo, and that came about due to my lovely assistant, the lovely Debbie McGee. Basically, for a while, I was just getting called Paulie from her, like Paulie. And I forget what I did now, but whatever I did, it incurred her displeasure. And basically, she called me Paulie Poo Poo Head. And it kind of just stuck from then on. And it kind of got shortened down just to Paulie Poo Poo.
No, it's because you couldn't fit it all in.
That's right. I couldn't fit it. I wanted to keep my YouTube name as Paulie Poo Poo Head, but it wouldn't let me have that much text to use. So I had to shorten it down to just Paulie Poo Poo, and then now it's Paul Poo. So I assume in about 5 years' time it'll just be welcome to. I'll have to mime the rest. Type of thing. So, and it'll not even be anything else 5 years after that. I mean, if I'm still alive, obviously we're talking 10 years in the future, yeah. Flip the neck. I've been having pains in my stomach for about a week, so I could be out. You know, I could be sitting there for God knows how long, and then all of a sudden just God knows. Or it could just be I need a poo. That always comes back to it, doesn't it? So yes, that's the story of the name. How I got the name Paulie Poo Poo Head. There you go. You'll be able to tell your grandkids that one now. I once knew a man. So yes, there we go. Well, I'm going to stay on for about another maybe half an hour-ish, roughly, give or take. And then I'll probably be putting the wife to bed. She gets tired, you know, I've been running around with 3 kids, well, 2 kids and me, because that takes so long after, I tell you. It takes her at least 20 minutes to put the harness on us before we go out, you know, so I'm like running into traffic and stuff. It's a car! Come here, man! You know, type of thing, so it's fine. Bless her. Can you get medals? What's them things everybody like nominate people for people of the year awards and that? I'll have to sort out doing that. Not like I can barely sort out put myself on a live stream, so God knows how I'm can't even put me claim in for the uniform tax credit or whatever it's called, so I've got no chance of that. I'll get you one of them medals from the pound shop. Should be able to do that. Yes, like I said, do feel. I wish I had some M&Ms now. Well, let's all pretend I've got some M&Ms. This is from Odd Pod's stream. Yeah, a packet. Why is that doing that? Razatron. Thank you, Razatron. For it says, I hear you saying Mara and allreet. What do they mean? Right. Well, Mara is a sort of an affectionate term from where I'm from, which is Sunderland, also known as Mackhamland, because people from Sunderland are called Mackhams. Mara it's an old, the young giant guys just answered. Mara means friend, and it comes from like the shipyards and the pits. It's pit yakka talk. And what it was basically was you work down the pit with your marrows, and when everyone was lined up working, it was like a row of marrows, as in a marrow, like a what do you call them? A marrow, yes, a marrow. Anyway, mate, when I'm down the market and I've got a marrow to sell, we've got 2 marrows for 1 marrow. So marrow, it just basically means friend, mate, pal, chum. you know, type of thing. And allreet is how we say sort of hello, or how are you doing, or hi type of thing. So basically, allreet, Mara means hello, friend, or whichever versions of those you like. But it's just a local colloquialism type of thing, and I just like to kind of stick it out there, and it's just kind of part of who I am, where I am, and I like to think people who kind of reciprocate that, or kind of, you know, kind of appreciate that are in me gang. You know, it's all about all being together in the same little gang together type of jobs. Yes, and all right means all right. Kind of. I mean, basically, you can have a conversation with somebody. You walk along down the street and you'll go, all right, and they'll say all right back, and that's a conversation, because basically, like, you've missed out the hi, how are you doing, and then them saying, oh, hello, I'm all right, thank you very much. You just say all right, and then that's it done, and that means that. Is that right? That's right. Of course, it's right. So there you go. Thanks, Razatron, for that. I hope that clears it up for you. I hope you kind of now, you know, you'll be able to pass as a Macam now. You know most of the dialect. Every now and again, very cool, Mara. Hey! Yeah, every now and again, though, it's nice to just say a pet. You just go, oh, yeah, right, pet. You know, and that means, like, you know, you can get away with somebody if you're calling them pet, if that makes sense. So yes, feel free to use Marrow. Marrow. Where am I from? Yes, feel free to use the word Marrow whenever you go to the library. Yes, and I want to get a book. Excuse me, my Marrow behind the till. You wouldn't happen to have a copy of the Yellow Pages? Don't know what that accent, where that's from, by the way. It's just a silly voice. But then again, I do quite like doing silly voices. If anybody has a request for a silly voice, do feel free to ask for it. I'll have to have a drink of me Vimto, because the lubricating effect that me half a pint of cold coffee adds well and truly wore off. I have to get the getting busy with the fizzy. Where is it? Earlier on, I had a little bit of a mishap because I like to keep a beverage to my left, down left. Yes, to the right, and I went to pick it up and kind of like to grab the cup, and I thought, oh, I'll just got the side of the cup there, and unfortunately, what it was I actually had my thumb inside the cup. So that I think that's probably why I kind of shied away from picking it up for a little while after that. Try calling someone pet in London and you'll get a dry slap. Ooh, kinky. I'll have to go down London, eh? All right, pet. Ooh, lovely. I'm not afraid of a dry slap, not wrong with that. I prefer a wet one, obviously. I know I have. Nice one, giant bloke, giant guy. The last time I was in London, I think I was on a stag do. It was the world's most boringest, not boring, but whoever decided to do the pub crawl, obviously, like, it was like, right, we're in this part of London, we'll have to pint, and then we'll go like 3 miles down underneath the ground to get onto a tube, then go like 20 minutes on a tube, to then go 4 miles back to get onto land again, to go into a pub to have a pint. And then we're going to go back down to the tube again to go to somewhere else. Tell you what, I was like, how are you going to get drunk on a stag do if, like, you're having like a 20-minute break in between each pint? No, not like it. And it was all, oh yes, we have to be seen in this bar. Oh, this bar, we'll get champagne in here. Flipping heck, man, just gives a pint or something, man. You know, I don't know. Anyway, not that I go out against people who live in London, but it was a poor stag do. Not my cup of tea. Silly is good. How about a silly song? Whatever comes to mind. That's usually how I roll, Mara. Razatron there, mate. That's just what happens, mate. Just whatever pops in there comes out there. Very little filter between that and that, unfortunately. Maybe a still Manchester voice. I'll just have a quick drink and I'll have a think about what people from Manchester sound like. Hey, up, people from Manchester talk like that, don't they? And they say, "All right, go down to the pub and go to watch the match at Manchester. Watch the Reds beat the Blues." A little bit of Yorkshire in there, but yeah, I do know a guy from hey up kid. That's what they say in Manchester, isn't it? That's their way of saying all right. Hey up kid. Hey up Tosh, you got a Tosh Eber? Oh, I never understood that verse. I still don't. Hey up Tosh, got a Tosh Eber. Yep, you know, Tesco's sell tallies, don't they? Yes, I quite enjoy doing a sort of my take on Alec Guinness type of job, just doing maybe a posh voice. I avoid pubs like the plague every time I go into a saloon bar. Some midget showing off in front of his pals steps up. I would imagine that'll be pretty annoying with you being 7 foot tall. Obviously, somebody will think, "There's a big bloke. I'll have a gun." I can imagine that will be a bit. What's the little for? That will become rather tiresome. Yes. Yes, I'm not a massive pub guy. I like proper pubs and stuff, but clubs and stuff. That's for kids, you know what I mean? Like that's when you're a band and you just want to go out and like an absolute like proper just get monged and dance about and stuff. But I'd rather just sit somewhere where I can have a couple of a nice couple of pints, sit with a few mates and just have a good bit crack on, good bit laugh, daft joke and stuff, rather than like when the music is bouncing, man, and you just all you want to do is play dominoes. Not worse, not worse. Especially when the bass knocks them over before you've got them all set up. Good. ANSD and that's the giant guy said inst. Yes, thanks. I'm assuming he's referencing the new movie, Inst, the movie. Ah, yes. Sorry, he's typed something else now. And out of the window he goes head first. Through the window. No, it's saloon bar style, like in a proper cowboy movie. And I've just got visions now of giant guy going into a saloon pub place. With his cold feet. Having a pint and some midgets coming over the room and getting me tossed out the window head first. Yes, that would make a pretty cool YouTube video. We'll have to get it. I'll come for a pint with you, and obviously I don't want to be the guy going through the window. I mean, I'm like 9 foot tall, so obviously that's. Well, I am 9 foot tall if I'm stood on something that's like 4 foot. I think I did the maths right. Is it 4 foot? I don't know. Like basically, if I'm stood on something that makes me 9 foot, then that's how tall I'll be, right? I'll stand on sit on giant man's shoulders, and I'll be pretty tall then. Just make sure you duck before you go to the door. Not worse when you're on somebody's shoulders and then a duck when you go through a door. Ouch. At least that's what the kids tell us. Let's get in the shop. Ding! Oh Christ! Aye, that's gonna not be on kid. You've been framed tomorrow. The Oompa Loompa toss. Nice one, John. Yes, that's. Aye. You ever like put them across the bar? Or stick a knife through his ear like how the duck I know, quack fool. People don't seem to like Howard the Duck the movie. It'll always have a fond place in my heart. I think it was one of the first times I ever saw breasts in a movie. Obviously, there were the breasts of a sort of animatronic duck with probably Jim Henson's hand stuck up its arse. But you know, these things have a lasting impression impression on you. Oh, action! Jackman's just turned up. All right, Luke. Now then, Polly, mate. Yeah, now it's gonna pick up. How are then, Luke? Come on, give us your worst. Giant Guy says someone made up an Oompa Loompa song for that scenario. Oompa Loompa, deepity doo. What do you do when you're gunning through? Ooh, wind, oh, e, ow. I need to go to a doctor. Dopper, dopper, dop. I think that's how the Oompa Loompa sing it. God, I've been sitting there with my headphones. I've got a flipping blackjack. I wonder what that was. I've been sitting there thinking, by this settee's a bit uncomfortable. It feels like I've got a glum stuck right in my butt cheek. And he's one of the ones with the hair on the top. So that's been probably just jagged in my ass. He's warm as well. Not up the arse, just on the cheek. Just kind of giving me a slight flesh wound. Right, let's have a look. I liked Howard the Duck movie. Leah Thompson. Is that the bird with the bird? Yes. Was that the bird with the boobs, or was that the lass with the big frizzy hair who sang? What else was she in? She was in something else, wasn't she? She was in something else, wasn't she? Razatron, question: what biscuit do you favour with your tea? I didn't really have biscuits with me tea, like might have them after me tea, type of thing. I mean, unless you mean like a cup of tea, rather than like me, you know, I mean, me sausage and mash. Biscuits. I've been having a few custard creams recently, but they're not my favourite. That's just what I've had in. Suppose a chocolate. Well, yes, of course I bought them. Right. I've got my wife talking us. I've got people asking us questions. And the cat's come back and just looking at us again. Right. What was I thinking, man? Too much stuff happening now, man. Time for a quick hairstyle. Get this working out. Right. There we go. Better. Like a new man. Yes, I like chocolate biscuit things like chocolate digestives, hobnobs type of job. That's probably what I would go for. And Twixes, is a Twix a biscuit? Because they're bloody lovely. Right, says Giant Guy. I assume that must be doing me Oompa Loompa song. Marty McFly, man. Yes, that's right. Leah Thompson played Marty McFly in Back to the Future. So cool. Yep, with a cuppa. I'm going to say custard cream, just because that's what I had. I'm more of a coffee than a tea person. I only buy tea when I'm in like a cafe or something like that, just because I find tea to be more of a science. Whereas if you just get a pot with a tea bag in that you can just pour yourself and stuff, I prefer that than me actually kind of trying to do the hard work involved. Whereas coffee is just a spoonful and stir. There's less science involved. Coffee, tea. Not that anybody's asked that. I just thought I'd bestow that upon you. That's the fake Vimto kicking in now. Aye, Marty McFly, yeah. What a lad. Apparently next year is the same year as Back to the Future 2 or something like that, so it's going to be interesting. Get my hair combed over that, and I do suddenly appear to be a lot more looking like Brian Blessed. Albans. Giant guy likes bourbons, and then the chocolatey ones that's like a cream cracker, and then the chocolate ones that's like a cream cracker. No, oh well, in that case, I haven't got a clue what a bourbon is. And then the chocolate ones that's like a custard cream. The wife said yes. Either not bad. I didn't mind the odd bourbon. Razatron likes penguins with a coffee. With a coffee, plus they have jokes. Smell of fish as well, doesn't it? Penguins are great. Yeah, good. Have you ever tried the penguin straw with a cup of coffee? What you do it like other chocolate bars, like twirls and spirals. Oh, spiral straw. But you do it with a penguin. You bite the corner off, like that bit, and then turn around and bite the corner off that way, and then dip one of the corners into your cup of coffee, and then suck the coffee through the penguin. Obviously, you don't want to red hot, obviously, because you just can end up with molten chocolate in your mouth. And having watched the new Tim Burton Willy and the Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, that doesn't look all clever. So yes, Razatron, have you tried the penguin straw? And bourbons. Bourbons are nice, like I say, they are kind of the particular favourite of the band. The band loves them, so I don't usually get to have much in the way of a bourbon. I always thought they were odd colour of brown as well, though. Suspicious. Suspiciously odd colour of brown. Not that Gordon's alive. Not that you know what are these things they're like in Australia? Tim Tams sound interesting. Tim Tams are the same as a penguin, I think. I used to work with a guy who is it emigrated. Lovely Dylan McGee has left me. She's gone for a comfort break, so my sort of encyclopedia to the world is left. But yes, I used to work with a lad who moved to Australia, or emigrated to Australia, and he was raving about these tam tams. And for a while, people were having to send him penguins over there and stuff because basically they're very similar, but they're not quite the same. Yes, that's what they do with tam tams. So you know, yes. And Black Rabbit's joined us. Allreet, Black Rabbit. Allreet, high five. Yeah, broke my screen. I have tried the penguin straw. Yes, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, Razatron. If anybody else hasn't tried the penguin straw, I strongly advise you try it. And Giant Guy says apparently, but yeah, I have heard. I have. This ends the Morse code section of the live stream. Giant Guy says that's what they do with Tim Tams. Tim Tams, apparently. I preferred the spiral chocolate straw to the penguin one. Again, anything, you know, everyone has their own preference of what they like and stuff. I've been saying the spirals for donkeys. Is that because it's too hot in Australia for penguins? That's right, Luke. Action Jackman. I do not say many penguins in Australia like that. Didn't it? That's right. I'll answer my own question. You didn't say. We all know you like your confectionery, but what are your favourite sweets? Well, my favourite sweets, which I did answer this, I think, on Rabbit's live stream, is licorice torpedoes. They're also known as licorice comfits. Basically, they are a sort of suppository sized and shaped piece of kind of like hard candy type of thing with a bit of licorice inside, and they're absolutely lovely. I could eat them all day. Well, I couldn't eat them all day because I would die, but you know, basically, I can eat a packet like they're going out of fashion. So yeah, licorice torpedoes. And as a child, I was a massive fan of midget gems. and strawberry bonbons, and occasionally a bit of liquor or pickle. So what topic are on for discussion? Out you want, rabbit mate? Any topic you want, just fling it down, and basically that's what we're doing. So I don't know how to select the questions that I've got over here to like that I'm answering them and stuff. So obviously I'll just, as they come on, I'll just say I'll say what you say and answer it as it comes, type of thing. Licorice torpedoes, told you. You see, Action Jack, man, he knows what I'm like, man. I froth at the mouth for them, man. Comforts, I know there's licorice torpedoes, but I do know they are called licorice comforts. So if I'm in places that I'm not familiar with how they're called, then I will form bananas. Form bananas? Really, Razatron? Form bananas? Tell you what I do like is the milk bottles. They're pretty nice, and I used to love. Oh God, when I was a kid. Say this now. This will tell you how old I am. When I was a kid, it used to be like a 10p mix-up, and some of the sweets in a 10p mix-up used to be half a pence. So you get like a half-pence chew or a half-pence this and a half-pence that. So in a 10p mix-up, you potentially could get 20 sweets. And for 2p, they used to do the little jelly pints of beer. Oh man, tell you what it is. So you get like 8 of them in a 10p mix. 8? No, that makes no sense. So 2p each. In a 10p mix, you get 5 of them if you chose to basically fill your bag with them, and you'd like have them and pretend you're getting drunk. Brilliant. But yeah, foam bananas, they're alright. You get them with the shrimp. Is it foam bananas and shrimps you get? Is that right? Yes. Yes, I'll have to try some of them. I haven't had them for a while. I'll have to try foam bananas. It always reminds me of that expandable foam that you can type of job. Licorice torpedoes from Razatron here says are called goodies here in Canada. I don't Razatron. Are you from flipping Canada like Razatron, Mara? Hey? Nice. Oh man, I didn't know you were one of them. that came out wrong. Yeah, you're one of them. Brilliant. I don't know anybody from, well, I do know anybody from Canada, so that's class. Nice one. They're called goodies. That's always good to know. So, I wonder what flavour Philoddy is. Giant Man says, Giant Guy. Sorry, I don't know why I put Giant Man in my head. Giant Guy 1321 says, working in TK is awful if you have a sweet tooth. Oh yeah, God, yeah, they got like all sorts of things in them, don't they? Like, often see them have packets of toot rolls. Don't know why I made a random fart noise with my lips there. That was just the thought process. That was an actual audio representation of a thought. Toot rolls. Is it toot rolls? Toot rolls? Doesn't matter. I saw them around Christmas time, and I thought, ooh, I wouldn't mind trying them. They're like an American kind of thing, and taking max on them. Doesn't matter, because I can't actually remember what I properly called. I bought. Giant Guy says I bought a pack of milk bottles a couple of years ago. Nice. You get them in Tesco's, I think, in the like 3 for £1 thing, 3 packets of sweets for £1. And the milk bottles is one of them. I'm pretty sure foam bananas and shrimps is one of them as well. So next time I'm in, I'll pick up a variety of 3 different varieties of sweets, and I might do a bit of a on stream live or delicious stuff with them. So itchy nose. Action Jacqueline says when sweets were in big jars and you got them by the quarter. No. That's where you're wrong, Mara. You used to get them by the 2 ounces when you were a bairn. because you only the big lads got a quarter, you know, 2 ounces. I think it was something like you got a 10p mix up for 10p, and then you got a 2 ounces. I think it was about 10p or 12p, and then a quarter was about 25p for a quarter of kit. Or you'd get like two ounces if you got your 25p pot money for your kit for the weekend. But yes, that's how it used to be. You go in massive jars and weigh them on the scales and stuff, and you try and distract them and nudge it a bit, try and get a few more type of job. With aye, happy days. Right, they're coming in thick and fast now. The questions like I might be all night. Right, yep, one of them. Positron is one of them. Nice. Oh well, that's brilliant. I used to watch that. It was a Due South. The program with the Mountie in it, not the guy from the WWF. Like I'm a Mountie. And he had a wolf dog thing, didn't he? Dire wolf or something. And, he was like a detective or something, or whatever. He was a Mountie. He was a detective. He was a kind of a police guy. He was a Mountie. Yeah, he was a Mountie. That was pretty good. I don't know if Due South is something that people in Canada got, or if that was an export or not. And also the other Canadian program I remember was Northern Exposure, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. I used to watch that as well. That was on like a stupid o'clock at night, like daft o'clock, with that old Indian guy in it. The odd, what you call them? What's the animal that people associate with Canada? A moose. Yes, the moose who's like usually walking about in the town and that. Right, back to the questions. Right, here we go. Giant Guy says huge jars of marshmallows and flying saucers, etc. That's right. Yes, yes. Marshmallows were pretty good because obviously you got quite a lot for your money because they were light. Flying saucers. They were more in the, I kind of more remember them in the 10p mix-ups than in getting a quarter of them and stuff. And then little round milk chocolates with hundreds and thousands on. Forgetting what they're called now. Fizzy, some of that. Jazzies. That's it, they're called Jazzies. I had no idea, but according to the wife. Action Jackman says, do you get trick-or-treaters round there, mate? The odd couple, like, not special really. I'm saying that, I'll be inundated now, like. No, I mean, when I was a kid, trick-or-treating was the main event. You know, that was the money-making scheme of the year. And I went trick-or-treating up until I was about 15, basically, just because it was like you knock on people's doors and they'd give you money or sweets and stuff. So I milked that for as long as I could. Around here, Halloween was called Neep Bashing Night. Oh, sorry, Neep Bashing Night. Because basically, if you were out and about with your turnip that your dad had spent about 12 hours hollowing out and ended up with a claw for a hand, and then had to go to work and do a 15-hour shift down the pit after he'd hollowed out 2 turnips for yourself and your brother. If any of the big kids caught you out and about trick-or-treating with your turnip, they'd take them off you and smash them up. So the fun and games of having a turnip for a lantern. Never used to steal it. I'd be like walking down the street and I'll have to go back home and get my candle lit again. You used to have proper tall candles in. These days put tea lights in and stuff, but not used to have a proper full candle in. So do you get trick-or-treaters around your way, Luke? Lovely Dev McGee's never been trick-or-treating. Yes. Razatron says, already got snow here. I wear my Hawaiian shirt in protest. Good one, nice one, lad. That's the way. There's a place near where I live called Concert, and it's basically, I think it's the nearest part of the planet to the moon, I think, and it's basically snows there all the time, always snowing. So yes, I can kind of relate to what you're saying there, mate. Well, I mean, I've got a skidoo. I assume you'd probably want one of them, wouldn't you? If you lived in a snowy place. So Hang on. Oh, I have to scroll up a bit there. Oh, bugger. Right. So Black Rabbit's talking to Action Jackman, saying, "Hey Jackman, did you see my new vid?" No, I haven't seen your new vid either, Black Rabbit. I want to see it because it looks pretty awesome, showing off your collection there. Come on, bits and pieces you got kicking about. Giant Guy says, "Remember walnut whips?" Of course, I remember walnut whips. There's a guy I work with, you still get them, and he buys the walnut whips from the pound shop. I think you get 3 for £1 in the pound shop. How much are those? A pound. And he buys them, and he bites the walnut bit off the top, and then eats the rest. And I'm like, oh, hold on, why didn't you just buy a whip? Anyway, and Luke says no, he hasn't. He's been filming all day. Oh, Luke, Action Jackman's been filming all day. What you been filming, mate? What can we have a little sneaky peek? What we've got coming like? Is it more mask stuff by any chance? Or have we some? Oh, I want to say more Star Wars stuff actually. Hopefully more Star Wars. That'll be nice. Some questions on here for you, Jackman. Yes, due south had Diefenbaker was the wolf's name. Diefenbaker. Probably saying that wrong. Due south and the other one got both those shows. Enjoy your evening. I'm off. Well, night, Razatron. Thanks for joining us. I do very much appreciate that. Thanks for the questions. And obviously, if you wouldn't mind, do you want to build a snowman? I haven't seen Frozen, by the way, but I'm aware that is a song from it. Do you want to build a snowman? So, say Raz. Not taking your two trick-or-treating this year. I might take them out and about a bit, but I don't think I'll be knocking on people's doors and stuff. But I'm a giant guy there asking if I'm taking the bands out trick-or-treating. We'll do some Halloween stuff. It's quite scary how Halloween has changed. It's just gone mental. Like I don't know, like I say, I mean, when I was a kid, you put on a mask, you go for a quid or something, like a really cheap mask, a bin bag, and you had a turnip, and that was it. That was your Halloween costume. Now it's just gone mental, and like I say, like people hollowing out pumpkins and stuff. It's like I didn't realize we became America, but it's good. The kids they make me enjoy it, so why not? It always looked good on TV shows. I remember watching like Roseanne and stuff, and we'd say all the Halloween stuff and thinking, what the hell? Like, what's all this stuff, But now that's kind of happening now over here, so I guess it's a good thing, I suppose. But it's just a bit weird that that's not the way it always was. So kind of like anything takes a little while to adjust. It's all odd and new and different, and I don't like it. Raz is gone, so ta-ra! Action Jackman says nobody knocks on doors where I live. Very dangerous round there. Yes, well, he'll get a shot when I come round his house. Great. I can imagine that, like, that worse. Giant Guy's asking where Action Jackman's situated. Action Jackman says he lives an hour from me, which is nice. And December videos lined up. Ooh, December? Well, hopefully, like I say, we'll get some Star Wars stuff out of Luke, and I'm sure he's been getting some new Masters of the Universe classics and stuff as well. So we shall look forward to those too. If you're not aware of Action Jackman, he's a pretty cool guy. He's a giant guy, and everybody else who's commented, please do go and check out everybody else's channels and subscribe or have a look and see what they do. Basically, let's all have a little bonding session now together. I'm needing to sort a few videos out myself. I have filmed a few when I was up in the loft, and I shall be sporadically putting those out for the next few days. And it's nice to do these live streams as well. I wasn't quite sure. Sort of, I fancied doing one for a while, and I quite fancy getting a few people in as well. You know, just having a big crack on and chat on. And I was really inspired by Black Rabbit's one he was doing every week, and then people doing the individual ones like Odd Pod and back in the day and Black Rabbit and stuff. So I figured this seems like the way YouTube's kind of going a bit more type of thing, and I'll hide my hat in there and give it a go. So if you fancy doing this, I would advise it. It's decent, you know. You get a big crack on, and you know, it's nice to kind of people can ask you stuff, and it's direct. It's literally you're right. You're coming right up people's YouTube, you know. so there you go. Well, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, and if anybody's got anything else they'd like to ask or see or do, or you know, kind of they want, I mean, I can go and get a comb and give me being a brush if you like. Find that rather relaxing. Once you try to put a set apart minute, it doesn't work. It's not too bad if you go this way because the mouth kind of helps. Yeah. So, yeah, so just feel free if you're going to ask. If not, I shall be signing off shortly and going in sort of, I think I'll have a little gargle on some Listerine. My throat's a bit raspy now. If anybody wants to request me to go back through the washing on, do feel free to indulge me in such an activity. I wonder if Luke's planning on coming back through my way anytime soon. Be nice to see him at Christmas. I'm not gonna be done. Black Rabbit says, "What's next on your collection list?" Got a few things that I'm kind of obviously I want to finish the Star Wars off, and sort of obviously if I see the odd bargain and things going dirt cheap in the shops, I do try and kind of pick them up when I can if I've got the money to do that. I was kind of toying with the idea of Ninja Turtles, really kind of filling out that collection, kind of picking up some of the more and completing and stuff. Because I'm not many off completing the original Star Wars set collections and stuff. So once I've done that, I will probably move on to something else. And again, that'll be something I'll probably spend more time over, like on birthdays and Christmas type of thing. GoBots at the minute as well. I'm kind of starting to have a look at them and things, and there's a few of them I would really like to get. But basically, I'm the type of guy, when I see it, I want it. So if you dangle, you know, kind of Brave Star in front of us, I'll be, ooh, Brave Star's good, you know. So basically, just whatever's kicking about, I might do. I'm actually Black Rabbit's asking how am I liking the live streaming. It's pretty good, yeah. I mean, it's like everything, isn't it? Like when you're first kind of doing it, it's a bit like making love to a beautiful lady. You know, at first it's kind of all new and all different, and you don't really know what you're doing. And then after sort of doing it 3 or 4 times, you're kind of a bit more comfortable at doing it, but you still don't really know what you're doing. So at least that's like kind of my thing, because basically I'd like it to be a little bit more like know what I'm doing technical wise with it. But as long as the comments I'm seeing here is the people who are watching and I'm answering what they're asking, and you guys are entertained a modicum of the kind of the poo that is coming out of that's oozing out of my system, then that'd be great. I was talking to Black Rabbit about upgrading stuff, getting a much better webcam and things, because the sound on this is terrible, and the visual, which, you know, I mean, obviously I want to kind of put this in as best a light as I can. So I want to kind of put a little bit of money into that, just to kind of, if this is what I'm going to be doing on a fairly regular basis, you know, kind of just let's get it out now. So back to the questions. Right, so yes, Black Rabbit saying he needs to finish the Nick Turtles. Me too. Kind of, I think they are bringing a few new ones out as well, but God knows if we're going to get them over here. I fully expect they'll probably start turning up in like home bargains and stuff soon because I've started getting the odd ones in there. And when the 2003 Ninja Turtles came out, the last stuff that didn't really get released in the shops and stuff came out in there for like £2 each. So hopefully, if they don't get in the main shops, they will come out in the cheap shops and we can still get them. And obviously, a much better price. Action Jackman says, gonna have to be next year now, mate. Silly season has begun. Ah, damn it. Ah, well. Not to worry. I'll look forward to next year then, mate. Be nice to see you. I'm pretty sure Dave and Stu are chomping at the bit to make you. We'll just have to get everyone organised to have a few bevies, a few pints, and have a big crack on and stuff. So, like I say, Luke, anytime you want to come through, mate, you're more than welcome. And if you want me to come through to your way, I'm quite happy to give it a try. I'll wear my stab-proof vest though. Blah, 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 blah. Luke X says, "Oh, I have just got a new Star Wars figure. Foul jobbing. What? What? I'll Google that later. Who's foul jobbing? No idea. I'm sure it's going to be a Cantina Peter or somebody from Jabba's Palace. Giant Guy says, picked up an anchovy alley myself the other day. Nice one. Oh, hell, cracking set that. Did you go for £6 in Tesco? Because that's the best price I've seen it ever go for. So, great if you did. If you got cheaper than that, even better. If you paid a bit more, it doesn't matter. It's a fantastic set. I would definitely say it's worth at least 15 quid. Rabbit, keep your eyes peeled for Nick Turtles. I will, mate. I'll keep my eyes like. There you go. They're peeled. Oh, I can't do this forever. I've made myself cry a little bit now. Sorry, it was worth it. Yes, if I say Nick Turtles, I'll be keeping my eyes open. Like I say, that Razar looks very nice. Argos was the place that I saw the more recentest, newer stuff coming in. So if you check Argos out, keep an eye on Argos. They might have some of the new turtle figures in. So there you go. Got Argos. Right. Well, guys, if there's nothing else you've got to ask, then yes, blank look. He's from the Droids cartoon. Oh, I'm with you now, man. Looks a bit like Bruno Shepard from Mask. I am with you now. Oh, we've been getting droid ones, eh? I wouldn't mind getting the droid stuff and the Ewok figures. I think they'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I want to get the actual Star Wars stuff done first. I mean, the droid stuff's just ridiculously expensive, ridiculously. But I'm sure Luke will have got them for a good deal. Yes, the blank look. Giant Guy paid £10. I take that must be from TK Maxx then if they're selling it for £10. That's a pretty good price for the anchovy alley. Like I say, excellent. Do love that set. I wish they'd do more kind of play sets like that rather than them stupid zipline ones, which it's like they're charging for them like ridiculously like huge prices for basically like a shelf. You know, it's like, is that really the most playable thing you want to play with? But I mean, some of them look okay, but I certainly wouldn't pay the prices the zipline sets are. Never in a month of Sundays. Need that Razor, yep. Black Rabbit, I still need Razor too. Obviously, if I find him, I will be way up on Razor because it does look pretty awesome. And Rabbit's gone to bed, being grand watching the poo dribble out. Yes, sometimes it dribbles, sometimes it oozes, and sometimes you have to dig it out with a stick. So night night, Rabbit. have a pleasant evening in your warren. And night, giant guy. So you're all buggering off. So I'll take the hint. Thanks for watching, everybody. I've thoroughly enjoyed my bit sell there. And do stay tuned for more of these coming in the forthcoming future type of thing. Appreciate everybody's questions. So until next time, I'll catch you all in a bit. Ta-da!